What shifts within us when we encounter the numinous, those awe-filled moments where our assumptions fall away and we glimpse a reality beyond the ordinary? Whether we stand mesmerized by the Milky Way or captivated by the roiling waters of a stormy sea, the numinous invokes an almost indescribable sense of connection to something vast and mysterious. To unravel this, we look to two overlapping domains: our richly textured human experience and the metaphors of quantum psychology. Together, they offer insights into the dynamic, interwoven nature of these encounters. From sacred rituals to modern astrophysics, cultures have long sought to articulate the numinous. Through the human lens, these experiences center on emotion, environment, and meaning. The hush of a majestic cathedral or the skylit drama of the aurora borealis can evoke wonder that transcends ordinary perception. Meanwhile, quantum psychology draws parallels from physics, superposition, entanglement, and resonance, to illustrate how such awe may arise from the interplay of observer, environment, and consciousness. Consider quantum superposition, where particles exist in multiple states until observed. In numinous moments, we find a similar multiplicity of possibilities, physical, emotional, and transcendent, merging into a singular personal realization once observed through our cultural and personal filters. Numinous experiences often feel like overlapping realities. A vast cathedral or the aurora borealis doesn't merely provide a stunning backdrop, it serves as a catalyst that draws together environment, perception, and emotion. In quantum terms, these elements exist in a superimposed potential until the observer's interpretation collapses them into an intensely personal experience of the sacred. Standing beneath shimmering northern lights, one is enveloped by a sense of otherworldliness that can evoke both cosmic wonder and personal insight. The environment's grandeur resonates with cultural and emotional lenses, collapsing into a unique moment of awe. Much like the observer effect in quantum mechanics, our subjective presence chooses the interpretation that gives shape and meaning to the experience. Resonance, where a system vibrates in response to an external frequency, offers a potent analogy for how numinous moments deepen and amplify. Think of a Gregorian chant in a cathedral. The vaulted ceilings, solemn lighting, and repetitive harmonies form a feedback loop that intensifies spiritual sensation. In quantum psychology, this parallels the sustaining oscillations of a quantum system. Once triggered, the cycle of recognition and transformation continually reinforces itself. When we witness a double rainbow or hear the chant's final echo, recognition sets in. This is more than mere light refraction or sound. Each new iteration evokes deeper meaning, further tuning the individual to the sacred. Over time, spiritual practices that harness resonance, chanting, prayer, or meditation can prime us for numinous experiences, creating self-reinforcing cycles much like quantum oscillators that keep renewing their vibrational energy. In quantum entanglement, particles remain mysteriously linked, influencing each other instantaneously regardless of distance. Similarly, numinous encounters often involve a triadic relationship: the natural setting, a perceived divine or transcendent presence, and the insights that emerge. Each element shapes and is shaped by the others. A storm-tossed ocean or a fire-shrouded Mount Sinai is more than a dramatic landscape. It becomes a partner in this entangled web. The power and mystery of the setting invite a sense of the sacred, which then sparks profound insights about life's fragility, purpose, or morality. Those insights, in turn, alter how we perceive both the physical environment and the notion of divinity, creating a self-sustaining network of interdependence. As in physics, entanglement defies conventional boundaries of time and space. Another quantum notion, time reversal symmetry, suggests that events can appear to influence the past. In the numinous realm, key insights gained long after an awe-filled moment can reshape how that moment is remembered, effectively enriching its significance retroactively. For instance, the exhilaration of summiting a mountain might initially seem physical and emotional. Later, reflecting on that achievement may yield spiritual or existential revelations that cast the original summit in a new, more numinous light. This feedback loop, experience, reflection, transformation, means that the timeline of a numinous event doesn't simply move forward. It layers meaning backward and forward, much like a quantum system whose past behavior can be reinterpreted by present measurements. Quantum coherence refers to the state in which all parts of a system work together harmoniously, maintaining a kind of phase alignment. In numinous experiences, coherence appears as a unification of the senses, the spirit, and the mind. Consider the deep tones of Tibetan singing bowls or the century-smooth stones of the Wailing Wall. These tactile or auditory anchors can synchronize the body's rhythms with a broader transcendent awareness. This coherence becomes a dynamic interplay. Each time we encounter a resonant sound or sacred touchstone, the totality of the experience, our emotional state, spiritual beliefs, and physical senses, melds into a single, coherent moment. Repeated engagement heightens this effect. Over time, the singing bowl's tones or the wall's rough surface take on greater significance, evolving from interesting stimuli to profound conduits for divine connection. Woven through each aspect of these numinous experiences are concepts borrowed from the quantum world. Superposition shows how multiple layers of experience converge, waiting for our perception to collapse them into meaning. Resonance illuminates how awe can build in cycles, intensifying through repeated exposure. Entanglement highlights the instantaneous relational interplay among environment, divinity, and insight. Nonlinear time captures how reflections on a past numinous event can retroactively deepen its significance. Coherence underscores how sensory details, emotional states, and spiritual awareness fuse into one unified encounter. These parallels remind us that the numinous is not only rooted in traditional spirituality, it is also deeply resonant with the modern understanding of reality as relational, dynamic, and layered with potential. Far from being mere abstractions, quantum metaphors reveal how wonder might be baked into the very fabric of existence. Imagine gazing at the aurora borealis or standing in the hush of an ancient cathedral and feeling a boundary dissolve. You sense a reality larger than yourself, an echo of something cosmic vibrating through your entire being. This is the numinous in action, an interplay of environment, cognition, and transcendence that resonates with quantum underpinnings. Such experiences invite us to see ourselves as co-creators in the fabric of reality, where observer and observed blur. Awe, then, is not an accident, but a meeting of perception and possibility, a moment when hidden layers of experience are revealed in their fullness. Ultimately, quantum psychology offers a lens through which the numinous becomes not just a mystical occurrence, but a principle woven into our interactions with the world. We stand at the threshold of scientific and spiritual perspectives, recognizing that what we call divine might be less about distant gods and more about an exquisitely tuned universe in which our consciousness plays a starring role. Resonating chants, shimmering lights in the sky, or the quiet awe of a hidden forest glade, all these moments point to a truth both simple and profound. We are part of a reality that, like quantum particles, thrives on relationships, feedback loops, and layers of potential meaning. By welcoming this interplay and allowing it to transform us, we become active participants in a cosmos that is ever more alive, vibrant, and ripe with wonder.